will receive compensation if families did not show up? Lai Mohammed queries Lagos Endsars report on Lekki tollgate killings. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. This was made known on Tuesday by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, wondering who would be compensated since the families of allegedly killed Endsars protesters failed to appear due to fear. Now the news in detail. The Lagos State Judicial Panel has been queried by federal government over its report, which claimed that family members of those killed during the Endsars protests were afraid to speak. This was made known on Tuesday by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, wondering who would be compensated since the family of allegedly killed Endsars protesters failed to appear due to fear. He called on judicial panel to convince anyone that the names of some casualties of a Lekki tollgate incident listed as numbers 3 Jide, 42 Tola, and 43 Wisdom are not fictitious names. He said even goats have owners if they do not return home, not to talk of human beings. The panel was silent on the family members of those reportedly killed, merely insinuating that they were afraid to testify. Even goats have owners. Who will look for them if they do not return home, not to talk of human beings? We are the family members of those who were reportedly killed at Lekki tollgate. If the panel is recommending compensation for the families, what are their identities and addresses? Who will receive the compensation when no family members have shown up to date? How did a man who reported saying the lifeless body of his brother himself end up being on the list of a panel of deceased persons? How can a judicial panel convince anyone that the names of some casualties of a Lekki tollgate incident listed as Jide, Tola, and Wisdom are not fictitious names? While the judicial panel feels compelled to concoct a massacre in context. As a euphemism for massacre is a massacre. A massacre in context. The reports never mentioned cases of police personally who were brutally murdered or the massive destruction of police stations, vehicles, etc. during the Endsars protest. Does this mean that the panel did not consider policemen and policewomen as human beings? According to the minister, the report by the Lagos State Endsars Judicial Panel failed to make any recommendation on the innocent persons whose businesses were attacked and destroyed during the protests in Lagos. I think it was too busy looking for evidence to support its conclusion of massacre in context, Mohammed added. You see this particular administration, they will not cease to surprise Nigerians. Like, it is no longer disappoint, it is surprise. There is nothing that is Nigerians now have shock absorber. Let me put it that way. You said there was no bodies. Now they can confirm there is body. Now you are saying the people should come out. Let it be known that one of the witness who came out to attest to the fact that indeed there was shooting, and that she was one of those that were among. Fortunately, she's alive and she did not sustain any injury. Let it be known that she was attacked on Sunday on her way home. She was attacked and macheted. If you see what they did to her, you're not going to be able... if you see what they did to her, if you see what they did to this lady, a lady for that matter. Now, let it be known that even lawyers, even the lawyers that are members of a panel, and even one other lady who came out to testify, let it be known that she has also received her own threat letter. And you are coming out to say that people should come out, that even if it is a ghost. I do not blame you, Oga. Hey, I keep saying it. If you continue to call evil good, may the evil you call good, because it is good to you, let it locate you. It is like you are saying how am I going to put it now? You are saying a punishment is a blessing. Fine, let that blessing that you call, let that punishment you call blessing, let it locate you. That is it. How can you be so how can you decide to be so gullible just because your family member is on that seat of government? Why? I'm not going to say, fine, the policemen are there. What led to the protests? Do you know how many people have been killed? Before that protest happened, there were videos of how the police kill people. They just point. They will even tell you that they will shoot and nothing will happen. Why? Because we live in a lawless country. A country that is only lawful when it is going to suit those in government, but not when it concerns the masses. We're not going to come out and say what happened was good. I mean the destruction. But don't you think it was because people were very, 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 in short, they lost that piece of sanity. Some people on that protest ground, they held their sanity together. They were waiting to see what the government would do. Then when the government just did that, they flipped and they turned. They flipped wherever they are, because I want to tell you and assure you that it is not those that were attacked on the 20th of October. It is not those at the Lekki toll gate that started the killing, the rioting. No, they are not the ones. It is people. They are like, these people, they have represented Nigerians well. They went there. Nobody came out and said, me, I'm an Igbo person. No, I don't want you. Or me, I'm a Yoruba person. No, they came under the umbrella of one Nigeria. We scared them, Nigerians. We scared them with that protest. And they said, no, this thing cannot happen. It cannot happen, because if these people continue like this, they're going to bring us out in government. And they said, no, this beautiful story must not end in peace.